instructors here today come out and teach Guru and Guru. Let's give these gentlemen a hand. Guru Fight will be assisting Guru as well. So just like the format yesterday, if we can have half over on this side, half on this side. At the 30-minute mark, I will ask the instructors to switch places, and that way you can get lessons from both of us. So, enjoy! Safety!
Come on up, you can grab up. We're going to start in just a couple minutes together. Well, at least time on it. Likewise for me, I've got the privilege of being here with Guru Philip. One of the things that Uncle talks about all the time, a lot, that people just kind of, I think, miss, is he's really talking about transcending this style, which it's not like, I'm a little disgruntled sometimes with our current martial arts atmosphere that's so eclectic. While I appreciate an eclectic approach to learning, I think we kind of lost something. Like listening to you guys talk about the EI stuff when this school did it this way and that school did it that way. That's the whole school of thought. That's what Ryu meant. Yeah. It was a school, the different methodology. Mm-hmm. Not only do we have a system, I mean, we do have a very, from start to finish system, as you all know. And I've had the privilege of learning it under him and most of Uncle's other seniors, and get a different flavor from all of them. But it's really hard to pin down what we do sometimes because it's got such an eclectic background. I mean, there's the traditional silat from the Indonesian, there's the Dutch silat they got rid of the animistic and flamboyant stuff. And then there's I went to high school with oddly enough, with a Dutch kid. And one of the other guys was a boxer. I learned to box from him, and then the Dutch kid, his uncle came from Holland. And next thing you know, the Dutch Rick is beating up the boxing Rick with some silos that I didn't know were silos at the time. But it's just because he just picked up a couple of tricks from his uncle. And that's often how a lot of silat was passed on. Just your uncle showing you a couple of tricks so you didn't get beat up on the schoolyard, you know? But then there's also family styles that are complete and entire systems. And then Uncle has on top of that all his Kumtao stuff because of his background. So to pigeonhole and try to categorize our art into one thing is almost impossible, which is why he can say we hate Sirach. He can say that. But so I just wanted to take a second to introduce my senior, who I spent 10, 12 years on training with him and Guru Rich. And I kind of had the best of both worlds because Guru Philip here and Guru Rich was a little bit taller than me and very analytical. Guru Philip is like the most spontaneous teacher I've ever seen. But we have an aspect of our Chinese side that we bring to our Sirach side, and that's Lei Tong, formless art. Well, formless art doesn't mean it's nothing. It's putting all those pieces together in a spontaneous moment so that you're reacting from, but you still have all those principles in place. Like I heard a story about C.C. Chen doing Tai Chi a long time ago in front of a bunch of students, and he just started moving around, and he says, well, is that Tai Chi? And they were like, oh yes, master, oh yes, master. And he's like, no, it wasn't. I was just moving. There was no principles or nothing. I mean, Tai Chi without principles is not Tai Chi. So when you work with Guru Philip, realize that as spontaneous as it is, it's still so deeply rooted in what we do. Look for it. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Where's my guy? Where's my people? All right. He knows your son.